Okay, Gen Z might actually be the luckiest generation alive. Okay, let me explain. I've made like 50, 100 videos titled Gen Z is cooked or some version of that. And that's because a lot of the people I talked about were very dumb, let's admit that. But we also talked about how Gen Z is struggling in general, right? Because a lot of things out of their control, the world was kind of left to them in chaos and stuff. But putting aside some of that negative stuff, here's a few reasons to be really optimistic about the future and where we're actually headed, and why Gen Z might actually be the luckiest generation. Okay, so first thing is AI superintelligence. I mean, we're actually pretty close if you follow the science and stuff like that. We're doing things that we could never have imagined before, and basically what people are predicting, we're like 10 to 20 years max away from supreme intelligence, right? And in order for you to wrap your head around this, right, because I actually couldn't, right? Compare insects to humans, all right? Compare a cockroach, right? You would say that humans are like a million times smarter than a cockroach, right? Obviously. And then if you asked a cockroach, like, oh, can you imagine the scale of human society and how much progress we're going to make, how good things are going to be, we don't have to hunt for food and stuff like that, the cockroach is going to be like, bruh, I'm a roach, all right? I don't understand any of this. Now swap that scenario, and basically we are the cockroach, and AI is going to be like a million times smarter than us and essentially like solve all our problems, right? So I would ask you to like imagine the future, but you can't, right? We're the roaches, all right? We can only sort of make these BS videos here talking about how things are going to be so awesome, right? Reason number 2 is health issues, okay? Health issues is something that plagues the human population, all right? We've done some amazing things, but health is one thing we have never actually conquered. Obviously, we've made a bunch of progress, but turns out we're actually kind of a genius as a species, and we're evolving super fast, right? So essentially, when something like a million times smarter than us shows up, we're basically going to solve all matter of diseases, potentially aging as a whole. So you can imagine living as a 20-year-old your entire life, you know, whatever the peak age is, whatever. You're going to have cybernetic body parts that never get tired, you know, all your aches and pains gone, all your physical pains, and not just physical. Now, you know, some people bring up the point like, well, I have mental problems, you know, I what about me? Well, you know, eventually we're going to start hacking into brain, plug in a button, you know, all those things you feel like depression, anxiety, or whatever, that's going on in your brain. So once you push the right button there, you can get rid of that stuff as well. You know, just tweak a couple neurons here and there, and bam, you are back to enjoying life once again. It's really that simple. Now, another thing that's not so like world changing, but I think to a few of us we're pretty interested, is entering into game worlds, all right? TV show universes and alternate realities. Basically, gaming is going to be absolutely insane. Right now, we click clack on our keyboards, we move our mouse a little bit, and then we have some BS virtual reality, which is not really that much, AR, whatever. But eventually, we're going to be able to enter different worlds. Like, probably every kid's dream was entering the world of Pokemon, right? That's just an absolute amazing thing, you know. We're adventuring the world at age 10 instead of going to school. Everybody loved that shit. And maybe Pokemon's not your cup of tea. Maybe you want to enter the world of Dark Souls, all right? Maybe you're that type of psychopath, all right? You want to die a couple times. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be all accessible to basically everyone. There's also going to be like digitally uploading your consciousness. So remember that previous part I said about us living forever, like in the body of a 20-year-old and having cybernetic body parts? There's also option 2 of we don't actually live forever, but we just upload our consciousness, and then obviously the program is not going to need any like maintenance or anything like that. So that's how we live forever. Obviously, I'm not the AI. I don't freaking know all this stuff, but those are some of the possibilities, right? Now, suppose, you know, you're not believing any of this, all right? Well, another thing that's almost already here is auto language translation, like real-time language translation, where basically you can communicate with anyone in the world, right? Suppose you speak English, you can talk to somebody speaking Chinese, somebody speaking Arabic or French or whatever the heck, and it's going to be seamless conversation. right? And, they're implementing it on various social media platforms, auto dubbing slowly. Suppose you're like, oh, I have no friends. I can't talk to absolutely anybody. And, well, you were exposed to what 1% of the population. Now there's another 99% of the world you can explore, connect with over the internet. And we're probably going to have like transporters so you can, physically connect or whatever, all of that. So you have basically access to 10 times more people than before. All right. So you're going to meet 10 times more people. You're going to make 10 times more of the friends, and everything's just going to be freaking awesome. Obviously, whatever I'm telling you, there's a flip side where AI is like, humanity's a stain on the planet. Let's wipe everything out. But obviously, you got to have a glass half full mentality. Another thing I'm super excited about, obviously, I've been watching a shit ton of Neil deGrasse Tyson Star Talk. I know people don't like the guy, but he explains things very, very well, very nicely. I've been watching a bunch of podcasts with Brian Cox. Basically, they talk about like black holes and current interplanetary travel and shit like that. What we're doing, what missions we're sending to Europa and stuff. Super like interesting stuff. How do we get to Mars and all that stuff, right? Basically, yeah, when AI takes over, we're going to become a multi-planetary species, all right? And there's nothing cooler than that, okay? Everybody loves animals, all right? Everybody loves a little bit of doggo. Imagine an alien doggo, bro. An alien doggo. It's gonna fly you around or something like that, okay? I don't know how aliens are gonna look or whatever, but holy my God, I want to meet them so bad because like, dude, it expands your perspective of the universe. Yeah, I've already decided. The first thing I'm going to give a fellow alien, is a peanut butter sandwich, obviously, because then they will appoint me as their leader, obviously, for giving them such a delightful treat that they definitely did not discover. Apparently, they discovered interplanetary travel before the peanut butter, obviously. Hopefully, Earth is the only place with peanuts because that shit is delicious. Now, you know how kids have like iPhones and shit right now? We're gonna have like UFOs, all right? Future kids are gonna have UFOs just like moving them around like, oh, I just blew up Mars, my bad. Put him in juvie. I don't know, something like that, right? Another thing which I'm not too sure about, but people are hypothesizing, right? Basically, if it's literally a million times smarter, right? You know how like if we're tending to animals and stuff, they don't ever have to watch out for food or anything. We just feed them like in the zoo or something like that, right? So same thing for us. We won't, we rely off money and stuff like that, right? So maybe money won't be a thing anymore. Right? Basically, AI gets super efficient. It solves all the problems, and then money won't exist. And like hard jobs and, cleaning the sewers and shit like that won't actually exist. And everyone will just have everything. They'll have like their own personal robot or whatever. I think Elon Musk is already working on that. We got like Optimus or some shit. Obviously, it's going to take a while to advance and all of that. But, dude, the scale of technology is exponential. In fact, the stuff I'm talking about might seem insane, but it's all but guaranteed. If you look at the trends and everything, this is all gonna be in the next 10 years. In fact, they're gonna use this video of like, damn, Pegasus was a guy who saw the future. All right. Okay. I'm obviously not the first one to talk about this stuff. There's like a million people. I'm just reiterating what they're saying. Obviously, I have my own like people I watch or whatever. But yeah, essentially all the businesses will be centered around entertainment. Like right now we have, farmers in the field working to generate food and stuff, but food is already going to be generated. All the problems are going to be solved. So the only problem that remains is entertaining people. And then that's where I come in, baby. Where my job never going to go away. Okay. It might. But yeah, I don't know. They're just going to focus on making cool games, cool TV shows, shit like that. Just entertain people all the time. So essentially what I'm saying, if you didn't catch on, is that Gen Z will probably be the first generation to effectively be immortal. Now, I don't know. Okay, maybe millennials, maybe boomers also might just be immortal if we do it literally in the next 10 years, but maybe if it takes a little bit longer. Yeah, no, I just needed Gen Z in the title. You understand, all right? Also, I am Gen Z, so I always talk about Gen Z, all right? And that is insanely lucky if you ask me. Even if your life sucks right now, this might be 1% of your life. All right. If 1% of your life sucks and 99% is utopia, I think you'd say you had a lovely life, right? Obviously. Doesn't that make you feel amazing? Right? This is awesome. Anyways, real quick, I wanted to talk about the future of this channel because obviously I've kind of abandoned my main channel, my third channel, and I've just been posting on more Pegasus. Basically, I ran out of content like 3 months ago, but the drama is kind of sustaining me or whatever. But yeah, basically, I wanted to connect with you guys a little bit more and reveal a bit more about myself and stuff like that because, I've been on YouTube for 6 years and I haven't really shown any of my interests. You know, maybe some of you know through like watching all the videos and stuff, but I've only shown small bits of my personality. Like, you know, it's very hard to come across genuine if you're not like streaming 10 hours a day, and even then it's sort of hard. So I feel like we finally made it, right, to the point where we don't have to care about views or anything like that anymore. You guys have given me literally sandbox mode, like Minecraft creative in real life, which is amazing. I can't thank you guys enough. So it's time to pay you guys back. All right, let's have some fun together. All right, no pressure. And yeah, maybe we'll start with the Q&A. Maybe you can reply to the community post. Just be sensible in there. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hopefully that lifted your spirits just a little bit. I'm gonna try to make this like a weekly thing. I'm gonna really try, but yeah, we'll see. All right, anyways, that's it. Bye bye.